we are happy that we are starting to get
We understand things.
in the zone that we are feeling comfortable. You know, when you come to a hometown for somebody, you know that it will be tough to compete, but the only hope that you want to get is that the next time when you come, you will have the power and the knowledge.
Yes.
And I think, I hope at least, that 4 of our teams getting a lot of knowledge, really a lot of knowledge.
That's good.
Just feel like
Okay, we are here. Thank you very much for watching. Great to have you all here. Thank you, FK Specimen, for making this possible. We are at an international tournament between Israel and South Africa at Nyl in Mokopane, South Africa. This is almost a commercial venue with lots and lots of carp. Some of the guys are already over 700 kilograms. Here, with Roman and Raviv, they are working very hard. They came from a low base, they started slow, but they are over 300.
yes, we are.
Come and join us. I don't have cool drink for you.
It's fine. Hi,
Roman,
guys.
since we were here yesterday afternoon to now, you've moved up in the rankings, and you also came, well, over 300 already.
Well, officially we are like 1 kilo behind the 300, but we have a fish inside, so we are over 300 in total. The main issue was for us during the last night, as we spoke previous, that we don't understand what to do. And during the night we took the information from previous night and we enhanced it, and we try to figure out what things we need to change. And during this night we caught around 100 kilo, something like that. So it's a good spot, it's a good start. That it's a pity that we start slow. Today morning it's again was a bit slow, and every morning for us was a bit different. What was interesting from the venue perspective, it's that usually in those kind of venues, from my experience, the fish are moving at the same hours, at the same times. They're preferring the same bites, the same colors, the same taste. And from what we saw till now, it's not the case here. It's every day, it's a new day, and etc., etc., and you need to find your way, and you fight your way up to the
Up to the top.
up to the top.
The impact of the wind. Do you think the wind and the weather conditions and the direction of the wind has got something to do with that instability of patterns?
I don't know if it's a wind, but yeah, definitely, because it's a shallow one. It's 2 meters, maybe there's some points with 3 meters and so. But usually those kind of lakes, they depend totally on the wind. But more, what I think, it's the difference of the temperature. Yesterday night we came to South Africa, and we hope it will be hot in South Africa, but it was actually pretty cold during the night.
But remember, it's still winter.
You are not in the winter yet.
Yeah, well, May is just about there.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty not tough from a cold position, but it was like one day it's
cool.
very hot, the second day it's very cold. The wind is changing constantly, and different direction, different type. And I think that it's just, it's my thinking, and what we are thinking is in Israel, that the fish is moving according to the comfort zone, from the comfort zone over there during the day to the lake, and it's moving with the rain and with the wind and against it. And we are just 2 days here and just 4 teams. Maybe after 1 month and 10 teams, we will know it much better. But definitely there is a dependence on that. And also we see from the guys that are fishing next to us from both sides actually. It's a bit. The bites are. We believe that they're almost the same. I mean, there is no secrets, that much secrets in carp fishing right now. But it's the way of working, what to do, when to do, how to do, what to mix with what. This is a bit, different for us. And we saw some stuff that we couldn't believe, that you can catch fish like maybe 5 meters behind your bank. But it's nice. It's new experience.
So have you caught some fish closing?
One.
Have you fed closing?
Yes. We feed. We try to do this. You said if we are trying to copy the South African guy. So that we actually saw, and we were wondering what they are doing with their hands and casting so close to the bank. But that was the casting in order to feed during the night and to try to catch as many fish as possible.
In the sea zone, your team is competing quite well. Then they are ahead, then the South Africans are ahead. It looks like every night the Israeli team goes past, and every day the South African team comes past. So it's now 2 nights that they've done exactly that.
Yeah, that's correct. I believe that during the night it was a bit easier for us to understand what things are happening in the lake and what we need to do. And I think all the 4 teams are still struggling during the day to understand the total movement of the fish, how to feed, how to fish it, because usually during the day we are going a bit down, and then during the night we are going up. So it's total of understanding. So that's why we believe, and we still have hope that at least one zone we can win.
but we see that across, that's an interesting observation from our side, is that the South African teams are doing better in the day, and the Israeli teams are picking up at night. In every single zone it's happening like that. Your team is really doing better at night, and the South African teams are quieting down at night.
That's totally correct, and again, we don't know why. It's easy for us to understand the night. It's easy for us to understand what to do at night. Maybe we get the trick during the night, and we still didn't get the correct trick to fish in silt, to fish in the daylight when maybe a fish supposed to be active on some areas or in some times, and we don't know them. But in time we definitely will know them.
Question for you. Your favorite rig, I believe, is the helicopter rig.
You're almost there, yes.
Have you made peace with the helicopter rig during this tournament? Are you fishing it?
Yeah, we are fishing. All the rods are helicopter rig.
And are you becoming in love with it?
No. No.
Not yet.
No. Well, my personal is a semi-running Romanian type of the rig, because I believe it's best from hookup perspective, for casting perspective, and from anti-tugging perspective. But you can't work with it in silt. You need a bit different variation, and we didn't bring this variation with us to this competition. But all the it's when you come to a new lake or new venue and you try to fish, you can't do a lot of new stuff, because if you will do a lot of new stuff, you will lose, because you will need to think about everything, and you are tired. And when somebody's saying that they are not tired after they catch 300 fish, they are liars. You are tired, and you need still to think, and you need to do the things that you are not too used to do it. So then it becomes struggling, and you will lose. So usually, typically when you come to a new venue, you can do maybe 1, maybe 2 different things, and then try again.
That favorite rig of yours, do you have one of them here that you can show us what it looks like?
Yeah.
We're here to learn. Me too.
I don't know you will learn something, but it's
Well, definitely we are. And I've got a lot of viewers that is learning. So if you have any questions, ask them, put the comments, suggestions. I am checking out all the questions and see if we can answer them all the time.
Give me a sec, because we just booked them and took them, and I don't know where we put them.
Yes, 100% right, Loftus or Leonard. Experimenting and learning takes a lot of time. You have to run through a number of iterations to understand what happens, because you don't just pick it up. So what happens early in the mornings, you can only experience early in the mornings. And you can't do 10 things every early in the morning. So you have to go through those iterations, and it's 100% right what he's saying. But let's see what is the rig that he's talking about. What do you call the rig?
It's a semi-running Romanian rig. Well, the difference between this and the inline, you can use it in a lot of things with lead core and stuff, but we prefer to use it with fluorocarbon. Also, you see that we have this part, that it's not entering inside the lid like usual inline. You can use it with, and it will be a usual inline just with stabilization. But in our case, it's a semi-running rig, okay? And until it will hit this stopper,
The gummy stop, yeah.
usually it's like maybe 4 fingers, something like that. So you're still fishing with the best hookup perspective inline. It will get a best hookup in the mouth of fish, in our opinion. It's not afraid, you can use it and the fish is not afraid because it's pretty loose. You're feeling it very well when it's touching here, and you will get a bite on your bite alarms or on your line. You will see it pretty easy. And also you have a stabilization through casting, so the lid will not move too much in the air when you cast it.
Because of the tail.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said from an anti-tangling point of view, it's also quite good, and that's
Yeah, because
of the stabilization
yeah.
pipe. Yeah.
So that's why we prefer it, but we use it on a hard bottom, and it's really tough to use it on a silk one. So we can adapt it, and it can be used in a silk, but yeah, unfortunately helicopter.
So just explain to our viewers, what does it mean when FIP says it must be a safe rig?
Well, now there is a lot of actually talking about the lids, if they're safe, and maybe in the future the FIPS will decide that the lids made from the material that are made are not usable anymore in fishing. But until then, the safe rig, the meaning if in some reason or some case the fish hooked up on your rig and your line were taken apart, the fish can lose the rig. So basically it will happen with our rig, if the fish will continue to move it, this stopper will be loose at the end when it will be break down the line, and the fish will lose the lid and all the unnecessary stuff.
So the important factor is that the way that it is attached to your line here.
That's
so
correct.
So that this can
go over
so
or go
not
down.
To be a swivel or something.
No,
like
you
this.
don't use a swivel. You just connect it with any knot, and it will go up, down.
Okay, so that is the safe rig. The important thing is that we look after carp, and if by whatever reason this will land in the water and the line will break, the carp will be able to free itself, and it will be able to pull it right out. I like the rig, very nice one.
Yeah, it's a very effective one. I strongly recommend this, especially if there are new guys that want to have a good chance of success during the hook and bite, and it will give you a very good chance not to lose the fish.
Come on, thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
And we are actually eagerly awaiting the officials. They are on the next peg, they are busy there. We actually want to see where we finish up after the next weigh, but I don't think we're going to have the luxury of time. unless Roman and Raviv is starting to catch a lot of fish and we have a big movie.
Let's try to do so. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think you guys are doing extremely well.
Thank you, guys.
Last question. How's the physical nature of things now and the fatigue for the last night? Are you ready to run through?
No, but we will. So it's I think it's like we spoke with you before. The age is the strength, and the strength it's just the step in your mind. So whenever you say to your mind, you can do it, and we can.
Absolutely. So you can. So
Yeah.
in South Africa, we talk a lot about the comrades because everybody knows about the long race, and it's the same. That last part is just your mind, nothing to do with the body. So the 72 hours carp tournament is the comrades of carp fishing, and the last day is just in your mind.
Totally agree with that.
Well, have a strong mind and catch a lot of fish.
Thank you.
We hope. Last question, and I'm going to ask Raviv.
Go ahead.
What is your estimation for tomorrow 10 o'clock total weight?
Our hope, or what he wants.
Well, give both. So the one is the target and the other one.
He wants to go to sleep.
Okay.
No.
You want?
He wants 400, and I want to be an ambition one, and I want 500.
What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments, what do you think they can get? They are already over 300 kilos.
Just a bit.
Officially on the result sheet it says 298, but there's a number of bags. There's the number of bags. There's at least a few tens of kilos in. So I think probably around 350 or something like that at the moment. So Raviv says 400. He says 500. There's the next one coming up to bring that number. Tell us what you think. The viewers have a lot of faith. They are saying 500 kilos, 550, 475, 420.
Nice.
That's good quality of fish. That's
Small one we prefer better, but
yeah. That's
every weight counts.
if you look at the averages, that's on the right side of the average curve.
Yes, for 15. Came just in time.
Okay, so the officials are here. So we are going to have a weigh, and we're going to show you a weigh. By the time we walk out here, we will know exactly where they are after whatever is hanging here. So let's just watch how these professional officials are doing their job.
למה אתה סוגר אותו בשק? יש משאבטים פה.
כן, אבל... מצלמה. בצד ההוא.
תיזהר. יש 300?
3.21.
Huh?
3.21, yes.
So we are over 300.
Okay, officially over 300 now. On the scoreboard. While they are busy with that, let's just talk a little bit about the conservational aspects of carp angling. You will notice a couple of very different things here as compared to normal bank angling. One of the things is that there's no keep net, and every single carp is put in a carp sack, hanged individually. Separately, it is also a knotless carp sack. So as are the landing nets. The landing nets are all knotless landing nets, so there are no knots that are able to give any damage or injury to the scales or to the carp skin. Then specifically to the Nyl, where there's a number of big carp, there's also a size limit in terms of landing nets, although in normal carp angling FIPS rules there's also a limitation that you are not allowed to use small carp nets. They must all be a certain diameter. And then you will see that every single fish is being handled in the cradle. In terms of the rules, a carp is only a carp after 1.5 kilos, so it must be at least 1.5 kilograms. If we look at the averages currently on the pegs, normally at the Nyl there's quite a good possibility to get well over 4 kilograms as an average weight per fish. But here in this tournament it has not happened. The biggest weight, or the highest average number, is 3.73 with Nikolai and Vlad. They are catching much less, but they are catching larger fish. The averages are around 3.3, so there are 4 of the pegs that are something in the 3.3s. 3.31, 3.4, 3.2, 3.0, 3.5. There's actually 5 of the 8 pegs.
1.47.
30 grams short. 30 grams short.
מה, לא תופס?
3 גרם חסר.
30 grams.
רבי? לא, שחררת אותו? Please, next time, please re-weight it. Thank you.
So the request from Roman is a very valid one. That was so close. It was 1.47, so it's only 30 grams. So the possibility of a small error during the zero process of the scale can make 30 grams. A little bit of water in the sling can make a bit of a difference. So he's requested, if it is so close, please reweigh it. First re-zero and then reweigh. It's quite a valid one, but that fish was already put back.
3.07.
While they're weighing, there's fish being caught.
Fine. 1.92.
אביב, אתה תותח לאט לאט. כשתרצה שאני אבוא, אני אבוא. אה?
So officially what has been weighed is on 315 kilograms. So still, if there are any guesses, any estimations, what do you guys think the weight will be on this pig come tomorrow 10 o'clock? There's been a number of different views. Just notice what he's done. That fish picked up the line of the rod that is in the water, so he just flicked the bail arm over.
$1.58. $3.64.
Also on the right side of the average, picking it up, 3.6 kilos. So this is one of the issues when you pick up another line, especially if you pick it up close and you tangle it so much that you can't get it repaired or back onto the reel. So he's got to pull that out with his hand.
3.23.
But all of that takes time, so there's 10 minutes spent, or even 5 minutes spent on that. It's can be quite an issue. Just 1 or 2 fish. We're almost done with the weighing. I think there's about 3 fish to be weighed.
$2.59.
No, please stop and move. Please. Don't stop and move there for a second. I will try not to catch anybody. Yeah, thank you, sorry.
Thank you.
One of the best things at Nyl, the specific venue, is the fact that the swims extend past the reeds and everything, but it also restricts it a little bit because of the width of that. So the angler has always got the right to make sure that they can fish first, so it comes before any actions that the officials or any of the other administrative personnel or us, the media, has to perform. So we always respect that, and the officials respect that. It's fishing first.
2.69.
2.69.
$2.85.
It was good.
$2.51.
2.51.
$2.83.
2.83.
Как и удочка. Сначала в нее врезалась.
$2.62.
348.
3.99.
3.99.
So, what's our total?
352.26.
352.27, 352 kilos, so they've weighed 54 kilos in this way. Keep those answers coming in. Let's see who can be the closest. Tomorrow morning coming 10 o'clock. So from our side, thank you to FK Specimen who made this broadcast possible today. And to all our viewers, thank you for watching. Keep on asking, keep on commenting. We see you in a bit. Cheers.
Guys, you are the coolest.